So is CBSE putting some regulation on coaching centers? A lot of students are dropping out.
There is a phenomena of dummy schools.
What are the misconceptions related to education industry?
School education का ultimate goal है
The key difference between CBSE and various state boards is
हमारे यहाँ पर competency based examinations होते हैं.
how is CBSE different from IB and Cambridge?
IB के अंदर there is no fixed curriculum. Board के पास एक fixed curriculum है.
How do you respond to critics जो बोलते हैं कि rote learning is still prevalent in schools?
The peak of human creativity has passed.
Are we looking at mapping of the curriculum with JEE, NEET and other such exams?
So there should be a centralized assessment.
Sir, what about the acceptance by foreign universities?
Lack of knowledge is the issue.
Australia, below 16, they've banned social media completely.
A lot of focus is now given on the emotional needs of the children.
Hello everyone, welcome to a very special episode of Schoolcast. Today we have with us Mr. Himanshu Gupta. He is the Secretary of Central Board of Secondary Education. He is a B.Tech from IIT Delhi and an IAS from 2012 batch. Welcome sir, welcome to Schoolcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much sir, it's an honor to have you here. Sir, to begin with, can you give a glimpse of your journey? आप बता सकते हैं सर कहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, यहाँ तक कहाँ से कैसे पहुँचे सर?
So I did my schooling from Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Delhi, then prepared for engineering, sir, and then I went into IIT Delhi, passed out in 2009 from there. In my last year of engineering, I got a glimpse of, I started working with an NGO, and then I thought that I need to do more in social service. I started reading newspaper The Hindu. That gave me an idea about the social issues that are there in the society. So then I thought that I must prepare for civil services. So I started preparing my fourth year, took a gap year, gave civil services, got through Indian Police Service in my first attempt. I was allotted Himachal Pradesh cadre. I went to NPA for National Police Academy for training, but from the core, I wanted to be in civil services. Especially, I wanted to work in social sectors like education and health. So I again wrote the exam, got through IAS. In my first posting, I was there in Delhi, SDM Najafgarh, went to Arunachal, then came back to Delhi, was served as Deputy Commissioner MCD in Karol Bagh, then Director Education of Delhi, and now here I am, Secretary CBSE. Yeah.
Great sir, amazing journey. सर आपने SDM नजफगढ़ से स्टार्ट किया एंड नाउ यू आर द सेक्रेटरी ऑफ CBSE. सो सर ओवरऑल योर एजुकेशन और आपके सारे करियर एक्सपीरियंसेस, हाउ हैज़ इट शेप्ड योर विजन फॉर इंडियाज एजुकेशन सिस्टम?
आई थिंक हमारी सर्विस के अंदर अच्छी बात यह है कि वी स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द ग्राउंड लेवल, वी interact with people, lot of people. We visit schools at the district level, subdivision level. So जब मैं SDM नजफगढ़ था, मेरा काम उस समय मेन रेवेन्यू पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से था कि लैंड रेवेन्यू कैसे कलेक्ट करना है, लैंड सेटलमेंट कैसे करना है, मेजॉरिटी रिलेटेड टू लैंड एंड एनक्रोचमेंट्स. मैंने बहुत एनक्रोचमेंट्स रिमूव करी. And at that point of time, I got confused also that whether this is something which I want to do forever.
Yeah.
Then I went to Arunachal. Arunachal, I served in a very remote area, NSCN insurgency-prone area, Deputy Commissioner Longding. At that point of time in 2016, there was no mobile connectivity. I was the Deputy Commissioner. I used to go to one hill point at the top, and there I used to draft I used to draft letters in my office, put them in my phone, and used to go to the hilltop and mail to various agencies. I took it up with Airtel. I asked them to establish mobile towers there. They were not able to do that because there was, insurgency in the region, and there were always a fear that if the towers will be installed, they will be immediately, destroyed. So I gave them police protection. In CRPF protection, we got the mobile towers to Longding. We established that. That was the first, very igniting point for me, because that played a very important role of connecting those 60,000 people with the rest of the country and the world. Thereafter, I established one Kendriya Vidyalaya over there, central school. I realized that the education system is really archaic over there. There is a lot of scope of improvement. There were VKV's Vivekananda Kendriya Vidyalayas also we established there. So through that, I mean, I started getting an idea that what is the situation of rural India, how education can actually improve the lives of people. And that is when I mean, I went to the state. I mean, I in the state I became Special Secretary Education,
Okay.
and also Special Secretary to Chief Minister. We implemented a lot of policies in education. We brought a scheme, CM Samaj Shiksha Yojana, where we empowered deputy commissioners and districts to do innovations at their level. We gave around 40-50 crores in that every year.
Okay.
We brought a lot of schemes. We made CM, model schools, and we introduced technology there because that was the need of the hour there. Then when I came to Delhi, I was deputy commissioner, MCD. There also I was handling, apart from other issues, the education of that region. I I established STEM labs over there in primary schools, and I realized that children can do a lot if in early years they are told about, or they are given that experience of immersive experience of STEM labs in schools. From there, I came as Director of Education Delhi, where through all of this experience, we did a lot of things.
Okay.
And now here, Secretary CBSE.
Great, sir. Great journey. Sir, now talking about your current role, which is CBSE. So, sir, CBSE India में CBSE is synonymous with schools in India. सबको लगता है स्कूल है मतलब CBSE है. So, sir, a lot of people are not very well aware कि CBSE का exact function क्या है. So, can you please explain what is the exact role and function of CBSE?
CBSE, it stands for Central Board of Secondary Education. We are one of the oldest board in the country. नेशनली देखा जाए तो CBSE हम 1929 में इस्टेब्लिश हुआ था. हमारा पर्पस था असेसमेंट करना. So assess the students, especially in their school living examinations that are 10th and 12th.
Okay.
So we are primarily an assessing body. हमारा काम करिकुलम डेवलपमेंट या करिकुलम डिज़ाइन के अंदर हमारे बायलॉज हमें अलाउ करते हैं कि वी कैन डिवाइज आर करिकुलम, वी कैन डिवाइज आर I mean other academic practices, but majorly we prescribe NCERT books to schools, especially in 9 to 12th. K to 8 schools can use, I mean schools are advised to use NCERT books, but they can use other material also. And we take basically हमारे पास अभी 30,000 schools हैं, 4 करोड़ बच्चे हैं हमारे system में. But we are not just the only board. There are around 60 boards, school boards, that are there in the country right now.
Okay.
Almost every state has its own board, and now we are also seeing that some foreign boards like IB and Cambridge are also coming in.
Yeah.
So we but yes, we are a trend setting and a pace setting board, and whatever CBSE does, we find that many of the other boards also adopt those practices.
So, sir, mainly you are saying it was set up for assessment, but अब आप लोग curriculum development और assessment ये दो main areas हैं CBSE.
Yes, so there is a need of, basically it was thought that there should be a centralized assessment.
Yeah.
When a child leaves class 12th, and that is why that basically gave birth to CBSE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Sir, now how does CBSE approach curriculum development to ensure it meets the diverse needs of students across the country? Because CBSE is present from the smallest of the smallest places to cities. तो कैसे make sure होता है कि सारी जगह हम diversity से
So basically, if you see the books, they are designed by NCERT.
yeah.
CBSE के जो officials हैं, they are part of consultation whenever any book is launched with NCERT.
Yeah.
As I earlier told that हम prescribe करते हैं कि आप NCERT books use करें. 9 to 12th हम compulsory करते हैं. 1st to 8th क्योंकि RT भी allow करता है to the state to devise its own strategies. So we say that K to 8 के अंदर they can have mix of, I mean we advise them NCERT, they can have other books also. हमारा focus ये रहता है कि holistic education हो, inclusive education हो. सो बहुत सारे हम प्रोग्राम्स उसके अराउंड रन करते हैं, उसके अराउंड हम बहुत सारे नेशनल कॉम्पिटिशन्स कराते हैं। आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, जैसे मैथ्स को प्रमोट करने के लिए हम आर्यभट्टा चैलेंज कराते हैं, हिस्ट्री को प्रमोट करने के लिए हेरिटेज क्विज कराते हैं। सिमिलरली जो जो नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के अंदर नई नई चीज़ें आई हैं, हम उसके अराउंड हम शॉर्ट मॉड्यूल्स भी बनाते हैं, स्कूल्स को उस पर ट्रेनिंग भी कराते हैं, सो दैट ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ schools, I mean, they get benefit of through it.
Great, great, great. So basically, making sure that schools are on the right path in terms of the NEP is concerned. So CBSE is making sure of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Sir, now talking about technology in classrooms, as we can see, there is a rapid advancement in technology. Every day we are seeing something new, AI, generative AI. Now we have something called Ghibli also. Everyone is seeing. So, sir, what is your opinion of integration of technology in classrooms to enhance the productivity and learning? And what is CBSE doing about it? Two parts.
Yeah. I personally feel that technology plays a very important role in schools, and technology has to be adopted in schools. But also, we are seeing that there are concerns amongst teachers and principals and in parents also, that there are chances of digital addiction also.
Yeah.
We are seeing cases of children getting glued to their mobile phones.
Yeah.
And you know earlier there was a time when you know children used to have some free kind of a time, free kind of a period. They used to go for, I mean, a lot of nature walks or doing a lot of activities in
Yeah.
playgrounds. They used to get bored also,
Yeah.
and that also led to a lot of creative development of mind.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If the mind is continuously occupied by something, I mean, if you are continuously gazed to a device,
Yeah.
that lot of studies have shown that leads to tapering of your creative levels
Absolutely.
and cognitive development. In fact, I would like to tell that there was a article that was published 2-3 weeks back in a leading newspaper, which claims that the peak of human creativity has passed. I mean, it was maybe a few years back, and now the human creativity is going down.
Which is very surprising.
Yeah, because it says that earlier, I mean, that time was available to a brain to, think.
Absolutely.
Now everything is available on your phone. Students are making, projects to chat GPT.
Yeah.
So we want technology in schools. We want, I mean, from CBSE side, we have mandated digital infrastructure in every school. Every school must have a computer lab.
Okay.
You must have computer science periods. However, we don't prescribe the mandatory use of digital classroom. I mean, we don't say that subjects are to be mandatorily taught through digital way.
Okay.
We want teachers to learn about various digital tools and utilize those tools in developing their assessment plans, their curriculum plans, what new is happening. And children should be, at least K to 5, there should be limited, engagement with devices, and slowly and steadily it should be enhanced. We are introducing a lot of digital courses also. We have introduced AI course in class 9th, digital media design in 9th, but that age appropriateness has to be seen.
Sir, I think you must be very well aware that Australia, below 16, they've banned social media completely. So, do you think it's a good idea?
See, we are a democracy. I can't talk about whether banning something is fundamentally is part of our liberal principles of democracy. But what I feel is, personally, if you ask me, that children below 16 should not use social media. Parents should be made aware of it, that I am seeing that a lot of parents these days are making their minor children account and putting a lot of videos.
Yeah.
And what happens if a parent at home is watching his or her device, Then the child also, sees that my dad or mom is
Absolutely.
watching the device, I should also be doing that.
Absolutely.
We have to, till the age of 16, I personally feel that we should not promote social media for our children. Once they get that, understanding of what is right and wrong, only then they should be, gradually allowed to use what they want. But till that age, they should be, given freedom to, to play, to get bored, to do activities on your own, to do experiments at home. So, to talk to family. These days we are seeing that children are not spending time with their families. Families are
Absolutely.
also all the time glued in with their mobile phones and televisions. So
Absolutely.
that one to one, connect is missing. And that is a big worry for us, that this might also lead to a lot of mental health issues in the times to come.
Yeah. सर अब पर्सनलाइज्ड लर्निंग की बहुत बात हो रही है पर्सनलाइज्ड लर्निंग थ्रू एआई इज गेनिंग ट्रैक्शन ग्लोबली सो व्हाट इज सीबीएसई डूइंग अबाउट पर्सनलाइज्ड लर्निंग फ्रॉम एआई
So what we are focusing now is that our teachers should use AI first,
Yeah.
and they should get, trained properly, so that AI is able to help them in developing different sort of unit plans, assessments, personalized assessment. Suppose I have a class of 40,
Yeah.
I have 10 students on A level,
Yeah.
10 students on B level, and 20 students on C level. Then teachers should be able to devise their assessments based upon the levels. So this is what we are right now focusing on, that teachers understand that at what level are their children. An assessment is done comprehensively, teachers get the result. There are a lot of tools now that are
Yeah.
coming, and then accordingly they devise, different unit plans for children. As far as you say that students using their personalized AI content, we are not right now in favor of that. We have to see whether that will be beneficial, especially in early ages, or
Yeah.
not. And if the children then from class 9 to 12, I would also like to tell that board is in the process of developing subjects at multiple levels.
Okay.
So the idea is that some students might want to do a basic level, some student might want to do advanced level.
Absolutely.
So that freedom we will be giving to students.
So, sir, do you think AI will replace teachers?
That's a very, I personally feel that that will not be the case, because the kind of, a teacher is not just for content development.
Yeah.
A teacher is also there for emotional development. Social emotional aspect of the classroom can't be handled by an AI. Suppose you want to have a, discussion on, say, planet Earth.
Yeah.
A teacher is someone who can, who takes the class and makes it like, who immerses actually in the
The
classroom.
facilitator.
Yeah, a facilitator, and the kind of emotions that we ultimately, human beings are emotional. So AI can definitely provide content, and that too generative AI. We are seeing that a lot of content development is
Yeah.
happening, but content is not the only part that is being taught in a school or in a classroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So AI will not replace teachers, but AI will replace
Aid.
people who will not use AI.
I would say that AI can aid in school education, especially the teachers, and students. Maybe after, once they become mature enough to understand what is
Yeah.
right and wrong, then obviously they will also be using it. And I must also tell that, when there was a dot-com boom also, or
Yeah.
internet boom also, uh, what we saw is that in school years, the focus, India, if you see, India has always focused upon its basics.
Yeah.
Like, we focused upon STEM, we focused upon focus on your mathematics skills, on your logic skills. And these things, once you are good in logic, then you can very well pick what is happening in uh, AI, in your later years.
Absolutely.
So that's why our focus is to create that critical thinking mind and that inquiry based mind in school. That is our focus.
So just have to be open to new things और आप जो भी आएगा you will be able to
Yes,
tackle
yes,
it.
yes.
Sir, जो अभी आपने mental health की बात करी, so there is a lot of talk on emotional intelligence, EI, emotional quotient. So how is CBSE including EQ, EI or whatever you call it in the frameworks? या CBSE इनके बारे में कैसे सोच रहे हैं?
I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we launched parenting calendar for the year 25-26,
Okay.
where we focused upon how schools, parents, and students, all three of them should interact.
Okay.
How parents should be engaged with schools. We made a kind of an advisory. It is not like binding, but
Yeah.
it gives a framework of what we I mean, how parents can engage with schools,
Okay.
how parents can engage with their students on various aspects, and that is age appropriate. Similarly, a lot of focus is now given on the emotional needs of the children. We have a lot of counseling programs that are going on. We have adolescence and mental health peer-to-peer education program that is going on. Every year we do National Adolescent Summit, and our idea is that our counselors, not only just counselors, but every teacher should be told about the emotional issues or the emotional quotient or emotional health of for how important it is for both students and for parents and teachers. So
Great.
we are putting a lot of focus on emotional health aspects in school education.
Great, sir. That means board is doing a lot in terms of this. But sir, अभी I was talking to a thought leader in my podcast only recently. तो हम बात कर रहे थे कि हम हमेशा mental health की बात करते हैं on the point of view of students. Then sometimes we talk about mental health in terms of teachers. But do we talk about coaching of parents? Because सबसे ज़्यादा जो mental health issues students में arise होते हैं, it's not statistically proven कहीं भी, but they are pressurizing their children to come at the first spot, become the first grader, and that is creating mental health issues. But क्या हम parents की mindset coaching के लिए कुछ कर रहे हैं?
दैट इज़ व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू कि हमने जो पेरेंटिंग कैलेंडर निकाला है उसके अंदर हमने ये सारे एस्पेक्ट्स कवर करने का कोशिश किया है. आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू एंड ऑल द व्यूअर्स हु आर देयर, इट इज़ ऑन द CBSE's वेबसाइट,
Okay.
where we have talked about how, I mean, what is expected from a school in terms of interaction with parents, and how parents can become more closer to their children by way of various activities.
Okay.
I mean, for different age groups.
Okay.
And yes, there is a need to coach parents, and there is a need to interact with parents more. So we have also in our booklet brought this fact out that during parent teachers meeting, I mean, the idea is not just to scold the parents that look, your child is not doing this or your child
Yeah.
is doing this. The idea is to engage with parents in a more constructive manner to understand what are the needs of the child
Absolutely.
and how both parent and teacher can work together for the betterment of the student.
Absolutely. Sounds very good, sir. Sounds like a very good plan. Now, sir, talking about sustainability and environmental consciousness, this is also a thing which is focused on a lot. SDG goals हैं, सब कुछ है. So, is board taking some measures for this also?
I would like to first of all tell that in recent NCRT books, the new
Yeah.
NCRT books that are coming, they have integrated all those aspects in the curriculum itself.
Yeah.
Our idea is that whether a child is studying language
Yeah.
or a child is studying social sciences or sciences, those aspects should be covered in that.
Okay.
And we also expect schools to uh, innovate around various activities that are mentioned in the books.
Okay.
So now we are seeing that a lot of content is coming on how to bring that sort of consciousness in students about uh, I mean, less wastage,
Yeah.
more utilization of resources more effectively. I mean, not only in terms of the energy, but in various aspects. Like if you are in a school, we are doing a lot of activities with help of WWF and a lot of environment bodies,
Yeah.
that how children can save more water in their lifestyle, preserve more energy, save more energy, how children can actually uh, put an effect in reducing their carbon footprint, what is the role of plantation
Yeah.
in a child's life. We are organizing a lot of, I mean, we have school environment clubs. Every school has an environment club where focus is on not only on preserving these aspects, but also on promoting various our traditional practices that were there from past many years in our country, where we focused on energy saving also, and utilizing it to the best. For example, in many schools children are using those earthen pots, घड़े के अंदर पानी रख के बच्चों को दिखाया जा रहा है कि कैसे पानी ठंडा रहता है.
Okay.
एनर्जी यूसेज के लिए कई स्कूल्स के अंदर सोलर पावर प्लांट्स लगाए जा रहे हैं, लिमिटेड एनर्जी यूज़ किया जा रहा है. क्लास मॉनिटर ऐसे बनाए जाते हैं कि जैसे ही क्लास ख़त्म होगी आप इमीडिएटली लाइट ऑफ करिए. वाटर यूसेज के अंदर बहुत ध्यान रखा जा रहा है. प्लांटेशंस, ऐसी प्लांटेशंस करी जा रही हैं जिसके थ्रू यू टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ जापानीज मियावाकी.
Okay.
प्लांटेशंस भी ऐसी करी जा
What
रही
is
हैं
that,
जो,
sir?
I'd like to tell you that Japan realized that they have limited area
Okay.
and they have limited urban spaces.
Okay.
So they thought that हम इन urban spaces के अंदर maximum green cover कैसे ला पाएँ. तो they devised this Miyawaki forest concept, जहाँ पर limited area के अंदर thick greenery कैसे कर सकते हैं, उस तरीके की plantation करी गई. And we are seeing that they grow at a very fast pace. 2-3
Okay.
years के अंदर एक छोटा सा urban space पूरा forest बन जाता है.
Miyawaki.
Miyawaki.
Oh,
So
lovely.
even a lot of schools are practicing
Lovely.
that.
Sir, I must appreciate CBSE for this because recently I visited a school, CBSE school है, और वो लोग अपने स्कूल में ही by using cow dung they are creating some products. They are like using cow dung as a raw material for many things. So CBSE is promoting all of this, and that is why probably schools are doing this. So
Yes.
very good initiative. Sir, अब जब pandemic हुआ, so it highlighted significant disparities technology में. There are many areas in India where people are still not able to access technology equally. So जो ये digital divide है, how are we looking at this from the point of CBSE?
Number one, we have said that one is the school aspect. Like every school must have digital infrastructure. This
Yeah.
is what we say. Divide has two parts. One is the hardware or the devices,
Yeah.
and the second is the soft part, that is the, I mean, network connectivity.
Absolutely.
We are seeing that network connectivity has improved a lot in past, I mean, 10-15 years in our
Yeah.
country. I mean, in even in remote areas we are having 3G, 4G, and 5G is also reaching. As far as the devices is concerned, yes, in remote areas we see that there is a one smart device with the parent, and when the parent comes home, child gets to use it for maybe 15-20 minutes. What we expect is that schools create that kind of environment where they provide all those resources for the children. I mean, we expect that every library should also have some computers where if a child wants to know about anything which is not available in the library, he or she can go on their
Absolutely.
computer lab and search. And school spaces, lot of schools, we encourage that in the evenings also, schools, if they allow their common facilities to be used by the students, they can
Yeah.
do that.
Absolutely.
So digital infrastructure, yes, we are, I mean, it's a common collective effort. If the economy will improve, people's income will improve, that will reach out to maximum people.
Great. Sir, now talking about mapping of the curriculum. So, are we looking at mapping of the curriculum with JEE, NEET, and other such exams?
See, what CBSE does, we follow the NCRT pattern, and JEE or NEET, these examinations are conducted by NTA.
Yeah.
We remain in touch with NTA. NTA also, every year it asks from us what is the syllabus that CBSE is prescribing, or so we share with them. And obviously, these things are taken care of by NTA. But what I have been told informally is that the syllabus around JEE or NEET is also based upon NCRT books, which we also base upon.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great. Sir, now there is a problem of coaching centers in a lot of places. Because of coaching centers, CBSE schools are facing a lot of problems. So is CBSE putting some regulation on coaching centers? A lot of students are dropping out and joining coaching centers. कुछ हो रहा है इसमें sir?
See, what we say is that there is a minimum requirement of 75% attendance
Yeah.
in schools. And if a child is not following that, then schools and board will not allow children to sit in board examinations.
Okay.
We have also seen some of there is a phenomena of dummy schools where
Yeah.
students take admission in school but just get enrolled in school, but they are not attending physical classes, going to coaching classes. We have taken strict action against those dummy schools, and we'll keep doing so because that is a menace that is legally not allowed.
Yeah.
And school education plays a very, very important role in overall development of a child. So parents also must understand this, that school plays a very important role. So they should not be using such illegal practices, and schools must also ensure that they follow the law of the land, the rules, and CBSE bylaws in letter and spirit.
Definitely. Lovely. Sir, teacher training again is a very important thing because AI, generative AI, robotics, and multiple things are coming in. So, how are we looking at the continuous development of teachers?
Teachers training is really very important, and board what has done is we are in the process of developing integrated teachers training platform,
Okay.
and a lot of consultants have been onboarded by the board to develop a comprehensive platform where each teacher's training profile will be individually developed based upon the needs of the teacher. We'll be having both online and offline courses.
Okay.
NEP also says that every teacher must undergo 50 hours of training
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
And board mandates that 25 hours of training out of that 50 hours must be given by the school, and remaining 25 hours will be given by the board. So we are working in this direction so that every teacher of the board gets 50 hours of training every year. We have around 15 lakh teachers with us. So that's a huge number.
Yeah.
We are creating an online system where each and every teacher will get a login. He or she can see what sort of trainings are available on the dashboard. And there will be assessment platforms also. So there's a lot in pipeline.
Sir, to know about all this, जैसे आप कह रहे हो बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. So, where can teachers or the stakeholders go and know कि क्या क्या हो रहा है?
So there is CBSE website.
Okay.
And a lot of things come on news channel. I mean, on print media also.
Okay.
And we come on various platforms like this to
Yeah.
tell teachers and parents about these things.
Great. Sir, today in the morning I was scrolling through social media and I saw somewhere एक कोई thought leader है in some industry. He was saying that if education is freely available on YouTube and the enrollment rates in colleges are going down drastically. So, do you think because of social media and technology adaptation, जो colleges की enrollment है और colleges में applications, people will stop going into colleges or it will change?
I so there are now you're talking about two things. One is online colleges,
Yeah.
online degrees.
Yeah.
So there are correspondence courses that are
Yeah.
that have been there in our country for very long.
Yeah.
But regular college has always been the most. If you take any of the college, the best of the colleges in our country, they are all regular.
Yeah.
And again, when you are going to a place, you are interacting with your colleagues, you are brainstorming, that is a different impact than, having sitting at home and doing all the classes online. In fact, I would take this example further to, like, earlier during COVID, majority of the companies made it work from home.
Yeah.
But now they have realized that somehow the creativity is going down, so they have mandated people to come back to offices because It is very important for
Yeah,
people to talk to each other, to brainstorm physically when you meet. That creates a different
definitely.
impact.
Sir, what you spoke about is hybrid models which were going on in this during COVID. So how is CBSE considering something in hybrid models? Because अभी मैंने recently एक news पढ़ी है in UK or Britain somewhere they are looking at a part-time school, like they are trying a new model that just students have to come only one day in a week. So हम कुछ ऐसा सोच रहे हैं या
As of now, we are not
okay
in
favor of this?
favor of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, increasing role of STEM, जो आपने already mentioned किया. So, how is CBSE incorporating STEM, robotics, coding?
I would like to tell you that the strength of CBSE has been its STEM subjects. If you
Okay.
compare CBSE board with any other board, I
Okay.
can tell that our STEM subjects are really very popular, and this is our strength. And we have introduced a lot of courses on AI also. AI,
Sir, sorry to
design,
cut you. What are the STEM subjects? Yeah.
science, maths. I mean, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and medicine.
Yeah.
So CBSE students, we have seen they perform exceptionally well. Even if you compare to when they go abroad to international students, they are doing
Absolutely.
very well in engineering, in medicine, in sciences. And the reason is that our curriculum is a very stable curriculum, is fundamentally very strong. We have designed it in such a way that the progression of a child happens very naturally, and he or she learns in a very, in a very holistic manner.
Okay.
So our sciences is our strength, and I would also like to tell this to all the people who are listening that focus on the fundamentals. Like, if your child is good in logic, he or she will pick AI or digital tools very fast.
Yeah.
So, in initial years, your focus should be on developing those critical thinking skills, those logical things,
Basics.
basics in
Yeah.
the child. And that is what our focus is on.
Great. So, CBSE is focusing heavily on STEM.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, now there is a shift towards vocational subjects, and I've heard CBSE is doing a lot. So, can you shed light on what CBSE is doing?
So we have developed a lot of vocational subjects like robotics, artificial intelligence,
Okay.
design, media thinking. Uh, you take other examples like in health professionals, we have developed courses on health sector also. We have developed courses in agri-tech also.
Yeah.
So a lot of new courses have been developed by the board, and children get flavor of it right from 6. So 6 to 8, we develop modules of 20 hours under bagless days,
Okay.
and 9 to 12th, these are proper courses. So a lot of focus has been given on vocational subjects. New courses are being developed. We have tied up with a lot of big organization
Okay.
in developing such courses.
Sir, when I look at my education, I passed out of school in 2015. तो अब जब मैं देखता हूँ मैंने बहुत कुछ ऐसा पढ़ा जो मेरी लाइफ में यूज़ नहीं आता. सो आर वी लुकिंग एट दैट इन कुछ ऐसे वे में कि हम उसको चेंज करें जो अलाइन करे विद रिक्वायर्ड थिंग्स इन द करियर, या वो चीज़ें भी नेसेसरी हैं?
सी बहुत जब हम ये मैं सबको बताना चाहूँगा कि जब हम बोलते हैं कि बहुत चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जो यूज़ में नहीं आती, ऑल ऑफ अस हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट कि हम जो भी पढ़ते हैं, जो भी करते हैं, हमारा आइडिया होता है थिंकिंग स्किल्स डेवलप करने में.
ओके.
सपोज़ मैंने शेक्सपियर पढ़ा.
या.
अब मैं आज बोल सकता हूँ वो मेरे किसी काम आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है, आई डोंट नो अबाउट इट. बट द आइडिया इज़, जब करिकुलम किसी भी चीज़ का बनता है, या आपने अगर आगे साइंसेस के अंदर आप बोल सकते हैं कि मैंने जो एटम्स के बारे में पढ़ा वो मुझे काम नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होता. आर आइडिया इज़ टू गिव दैट बेसिक education to all, and that critical thinking, inquiry based skills should be developed in a child, and then he or she can decide.
Yeah.
Some people say that, what is the use of writing a letter.
Yeah.
आजकल तो मेल का ज़माना है. हम लेटर के अंदर सिर्फ लेटर राइटिंग नहीं सिखाते, हम ग्रामर सिखाते हैं. इफ़ अ चाइल्ड knows how to write a proper letter or a paragraph, grammatically right, he can, in a
Correct,
day he can
correct,
start writing mails.
correct.
And if we say कि नहीं ये मेल सिखाओ, लेटर नहीं
Hmm.
सिखाओ, see we have to understand that underlying is basic English grammar, basic language.
Correct.
वो लैंग्वेज अगर उसे आती है तो वो मेल भी लिख लेगा, वो लेटर भी लिख लेगा,
Absolutely.
वो कहीं पढ़ भी लेगा उसे, वो स्पीच भी लिख लेगा, ही कैन डू एवरीथिंग ही और शी.
कहीं बोल भी लेगा.
या
Yeah.
या
So मतलब हमें ऑब्जेक्टिवली इतना नहीं देखना चाहिए दैट इफ आई सपोज आई वांट टू बिकम एन आर्किटेक्ट एंड आई एम स्टडिंग सम इंग्लिश सब्जेक्ट, तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि मेरा डायरेक्टली मैं रिलेट कर सकता हूँ कि वो कहाँ आएगा, बट in terms of holistic development it is
yes
necessary.
yes
Yeah,
yes.
great. Sir, now talking about food insecurity in schools, there is massive insecurity and nutritious meals की बड़ी problems हैं पूरे इंडिया में. So is anything happening related to that?
See, I would say that it is not that lack of resources is the issue,
Yeah,
lack of knowledge is the issue.
absolutely.
न्यूट्रिशनल इनसिक्योरिटी मैं इसको ऐसे बोलूँगा कि इन प्राइवेट स्कूल्स आप एक जगह देखेंगे बच्चे कई बार बहुत ज़्यादा फैट ओबीस हो जा रहे हैं, कई जगह बहुत पतले हो रहे हैं, थिन हो रहे हैं. आई वुड से दैट पेरेंट्स को ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी चाहिए ताकि बच्चों के साथ बैठ के डिसाइड करें क्या मील लेनी है. हम देख रहे हैं छोटे छोटे बच्चे 5-6 के सिर्फ फ्राइड फूड खा रहे हैं, उन्हें बर्गर खाने हैं, पिज़्ज़ास खाने हैं. कई जगह ऐसा है बच्चे कुछ खा ही नहीं रहे. गिव देम न्यूट्रिशियस मील्स. आई थिंक दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट. और हम उस पर काफ़ी प्रोग्राम्स भी रन करते हैं कि
Okay,
how important it is to have good nutritious meal
okay.
in morning at home. Many of the schools have midday meals program. Then government में तो compulsory है midday meal
Yeah.
program. Private schools के अंदर भी कई जगह midday meal programs होते हैं. Focus है healthy nutritious meal मिले बच्चों को.
So CBSE is conducting workshops and spreading information
Yeah,
related to
so we have given a lot of like write-ups on this, that what is the importance of maintaining good BMI,
Okay.
what should be the growth chart. Many of the schools
Yeah.
maintain growth charts of their students. And I think that is very important. And they should talk about nutritious diet, food. They have to tell children that food is there for giving them nutrition, not
Great.
just that taste.
या सर, अब जैसे CBSE आप लोग बहुत कुछ काम कर रहे हैं एंड देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ सर्कुलर्स एंड एवरीथिंग इज कमिंग आउट, बट स्टूडेंट्स एंड पेरेंट्स आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट व्हाट ऑल इज हैपनिंग. तो इसके लिए भी कुछ हो रहा है कि स्टूडेंट्स, और बिकॉज स्कूल एडमिन माइट बी नोइंग दिस इज हैपनिंग, दे मस्ट बी रीडिंग इट, बट अदर पीपल आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट ऑल दिस. सो
Yeah, you are right. That is an issue. We are also thinking about it, how
yeah,
we can reach out to parents, because schools right now we are reaching out to parents through schools.
yeah, exactly.
We are in the process, like we have our own website, but yes, there is a challenge that how many people go to website.
Yeah,
We are
yeah,
in the
yeah.
process of developing our chatbots also, so that anybody can directly, parents can also directly interact with us through a chatbot. So a lot of things are in the pipeline.
Maybe just thinking out loud, maybe something like Man Ki Baat can happen from CBSE Ki Baat.
Yeah.
Great. Now sir, talking about inclusivity in education, बहुत बच्चे हमारे देश में हैं जो पढ़ते नहीं हैं, जो स्कूल भी नहीं जाते हैं. तो क्या हम उनकी तरफ कुछ स्टेप्स, अवेयरनेस हो रही है, उनको कुछ प्रमोट कर रहे हैं दैट एवरीवन शुड अटेंड स्कूल्स इफ़ यू आर अ रेफ्यूजी और इफ़ यू आर वॉट एवर?
No, so inclusivity has two parts. One is the children with special needs.
या
उस पर हम बहुत फोकस कर रहे हैं कि हर बच्चे को हमने मैंडेट किया है कि हर स्कूल के अंदर CWSN फ्रेंडली इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर होना चाहिए, स्पेशल एजुकेशन टीचर्स होने चाहिए, सो दैट इन बच्चों का कोई भी बच्चा ऐसा लेफ्ट आउट ना हो. As far as if you talk about ki dropouts, I would like to mention that Right to Education Act aane ke baad, it is clear that it is the mandate of the government to ensure that each and every child gets education from age 6 to 14.
ओके.
सो बच्चे जहाँ भी होंगे वो नियर बाय गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में एडमिशन ले सकते हैं, और उनको कोई मना नहीं कर सकता.
ओके.
एंड उन स्कूल्स को स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की इसके अंदर बहुत बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रहती है इंश्योर करना कि हर बच्चे को एजुकेशन मिले. ड्रॉप आउट्स की ट्रैकिंग भी होती है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट भी करती है, सेंट्रल
Okay.
गवर्नमेंट भी करती है कि कितने ड्रॉप आउट्स हुए, और उनको उसके अराउंड बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स है समग्र शिक्षा अभियान के अंदर कि उन बच्चों को वापस लाया जाए।
Great. Sir, I was recently, a few years back, I was exposed to the control and command center, which is made by the Gujarat government for education. So, is CBSE also doing something like that, data analytics, और जिस हिसाब से वहाँ पर हो रहा है?
CBSE has also developed Vidya Samiksha Kendra.
Okay.
That is a very huge, vast repository of all the data points.
Okay.
We have more than, I think, a crore data points that have been that are there.
Okay.
And हमारे पास ट्रेंड्स हैं पास्ट 10 years के कि कैसे रिजल्ट्स मूव हुए हैं रीजन वाइज, स्टूडेंट वाइज डेटा भी है. सो वी डू लॉट ऑफ एनालिसिस, क्वेश्चन वाइज एनालिसिस भी करते हैं, सब्जेक्ट वाइज एनालिसिस भी करते हैं, एंड वी यूज़ इट इंटरनली फॉर फर्दर इम्प्रूवमेंट.
Great. Sir, now in your opinion, आपको क्या लगता है, what are the misconceptions that people have related to the education or education industry?
सबसे बड़ा लोगों को यही लगता है कि कई लोगों को स्कूल एजुकेशन के बारे में ऐसा लगता है कि स्कूल एजुकेशन का अल्टीमेट गोल है कॉलेज में एडमिशन लेना. ये मैं सभी पेरेंट्स को बताना चाहूँगा कि इंडिया में अब जिस तरीके की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आ रही हैं, स्कूल का काम है ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट बच्चे का हो, बच्चे को अच्छे दोस्त मिले, बच्चे को अच्छा ग्रुप मिले, बच्चा ओवरऑल इमोशनली बहुत स्ट्रांग बने, क्रिएटिविटी क्वोशिएंट उसका ज़्यादा हो. आपको उन क्वालिटीज़ पे फोकस करना चाहिए. आई थिंक आउटपुट आउटकम का ही एक तरीके से हमको ये समझना होगा कि हम बच्चे की ओवरऑल क्वालिटीज़ पे ध्यान दें. अगर बच्चा आपके बच्चे के अंदर एक इमोशनल क्वेश्चन है, क्रिएटिव क्वेश्चन है, तो डेफिनेटली ही और शी विल डू वेल. आप लेकिन अगर ये सोचते रहेंगे कि स्कूल का काम सिर्फ ये है कि कॉलेज में एडमिशन करवाना, तो उससे आप यू आर नॉट, आई मीन दैट इज़ नॉट द एम ऑफ एजुकेशन.
एंड मे बी जो CBSE कर रहे हैं फॉर पेरेंट्स के लिए वर्कशॉप्स एंड माइंडसेट कोचिंग, दिस विल ऑल्सो हेल्प इन दैट. ग्रेट. सर, हाउ डू यू रिस्पॉन्ड टू क्रिटिक्स जो बोलते हैं कि रोट लर्निंग इज स्टिल प्रेवलेंट इन स्कूल्स?
मैं एक चीज़ सबको बोलना चाहूँगा कि रोट लर्निंग क्या होती है. देखिए, अगर हम बोलें कि आपको 9 का टेबल आता है या नहीं आता, और कोई बोले कि मेरे पास तो कैलकुलेटर है, मुझे 9 का टेबल की ज़रूरत नहीं है. हमने बचपन के अंदर 20 तक के टेबल सबने पढ़े थे. देयर इज़ अ रीज़न वाई हमारा ह्यूमन माइंड भी जो कंस्ट्रक्ट करता है, उसको कुछ बेसिक फीड चाहिए होता है.
डेफिनेटली.
तो हमको कुछ चीज़ें तो याद करनी पड़ेंगी, जिसके ऊपर फिर आगे हम देर आर सम थिंग्स विच वी नीड नॉट डू रोट लर्निंग, बट देर आर सम थिंग्स हमको जो याद करनी पड़ेंगी, बिकॉज दे एक्चुअली हेल्प अस इन डेवलपिंग ऑन फर्दर थिंग्स.
एब्सोल्युटली.
सो CBSE एक चीज़ ज़रूर कर रहा है कि कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड एग्जामिनेशन की तरफ जा रहा है. 50% ऑफ आर क्वेश्चंस आर नाउ कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड.
ओके.
सो कॉम्पिटेंस पे बहुत फोकस है, लेकिन हमारा फोकस सिर्फ कॉम्पिटेंस पे नहीं रहेगा. बेसिक कुछ चीज़ें तो याद करनी होंगी. जैसे कई पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं कि मैथ्स के अंदर अब बच्चे को याद क्यों करना, कैलकुलेटर से हो जाता है. नहीं, यू रिक्वायर दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ बेसिक मैथमेटिकल स्किल्स. दोज बेसिक रोट लर्निंग बच्चों के अंदर, आई वुड नॉट से इट रोट लर्निंग, बट कुछ चीज़ें तो आपको याद होनी चाहिए. ये दिस इज़ व्हाट वी इज एक्सपेक्टेड.
Yeah. Sir, now talking about CBSE in comparison with other educational boards, so what is the key difference between CBSE and various state boards? जैसे आपने बताया, there are around 60 state boards, I think.
आई वुड से वी आर अ ट्रेंड सेटिंग बोर्ड.
Okay.
हमारे यहाँ पर कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड एग्जामिनेशंस होते हैं. सब्जेक्ट के अंदर सब्जेक्ट एनरिचमेंट पे हमारे यहाँ बहुत काम होता है, टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग पे काम होता है. CBSE बोर्ड के अंदर जो भी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी की पॉलिसीज़ हैं, हम उसको कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि टाइम बाउंड तरीके से इम्प्लीमेंट करें.
Okay.
स्टेम हमारा स्ट्रेंथ है. अगर आप IB से कंपेयर करेंगे तो आई कैन से दैट CBSE की जो स्टेम है, दैट इज़ मच मोर रिगरस एंड मच मोर पावरफुल देन IB.
ओके
कैम्ब्रिज से अगर आप कंपेयर करेंगे तो हमारा जो लैंग्वेजेस है, हमारा जो सोशल साइंसेस है, दैट इज़ मोर डीप रूटेड. एंड स्टेम ऑब्वियसली हमारे बच्चे जहाँ भी जा रहे हैं बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं. एंड पेरेंट्स हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, जो बोलते हैं कि रोट लर्निंग की बात करते हैं, तो बेसिक लर्निंग बच्चों के अंदर वो होनी चाहिए. वी आर नॉट, आई मीन वी आर शिफ्टिंग टू कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड, बट इट कांट बी 100% कॉम्पिटेंसी
या
बेस्ड. कुछ बेसिक लर्निंग, कुछ बेसिक रोट लर्निंग होनी होगी, जिसको बेस बना के अ चाइल्ड कैन डू लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग एंड लॉट ऑफ लर्निंग. सो इस वीज़ा वी अदर स्टेट बोर्ड्स, सो हम जो भी नई चीज़ करते हैं हम सभी बोर्ड्स के साथ शेयर भी करते हैं,
ओके
सो दैट जो स्टेट बोर्ड्स अपने यहाँ पर इसको इन्फोर्स करना चाहें, दे कैन टेक दैट.
सर अब हम कैन यू नेम एनी बोर्ड, या आप लोग सब बोर्ड्स को स्टडी करते होगे, सो आर वी गेटिंग इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम अदर बोर्ड्स ऑल्सो, एंड इज CBSE IB एवरीवन इज वर्किंग हैंड इन हैंड, या कैसे चल रहा है सर ये?
So there is a body, I mean, there is a body called COPSE, which is basically, which has all the school boards together. एंड इस बॉडी के अंदर हम साल में एक बार ज़रूर मिलते हैं और अपनी बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस के
What
बारे
is
में
it
बात
called,
करते
sir?
हैं. कोप से,
Full form?
COBSE.
Okay,
There is a
Cope
body,
से.
COPSE,
Okay,
and this is a basically confederation of all the boards
okay,
in India.
okay,
देन NCERT में एक परख करके यूनिट डेवलप हुआ है.
okay,
परख के अंदर भी सभी बोर्ड्स के बारे में स्टडी करा जा रहा है कि हर बोर्ड की क्या बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस हैं.
okay.
सो वी आर इन टच विद NCERT ऑल्सो टू गेट टू नो अबाउट वेरियस बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस दैट आर हैपनिंग. एंड हम CBSE के अंदर भी जहाँ जहाँ पे जो अच्छी प्रैक्टिसेस होती हैं वी ट्राई टू इनकॉर्पोरेट दैट.
Sir, in terms of curriculum and assessment, how is CBSE different from IB and Cambridge?
CBSE को अगर IB से कंपेयर करेंगे तो IB के अंदर देर इज़ नो फिक्स्ड करिकुलम.
Okay,
स्कूल के पास काफ़ी ज़्यादा फ्रीडम होता है करिकुलम डेवलप करने का.
correct.
बोर्ड के पास एक फिक्स्ड करिकुलम है. दैट इज़ आर स्ट्रेंथ ऑल्सो,
Okay,
बिकॉज वो करिकुलम बहुत सारे एक्सपर्ट्स ने बनाया है अक्रॉस द कंट्री. जितने भी यूनिवर्सिटी एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, कॉलेज एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, दे हैव डेवलप्ड दैट करिकुलम.
yeah,
सो दैट इज़ आर स्ट्रेंथ कि वी हैव अ फिक्स्ड करिकुलम.
okay,
असेसमेंट के अंदर हम बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड असेसमेंट भी ला रहे हैं. और एज फार एज कैम्ब्रिज की बात करेंगे, कैम्ब्रिज के अंदर देर इज़ अ फिक्स्ड करिकुलम. हाउएवर इट हैज़ बीन डेवलप्ड प्राइमरीली बाय द यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कैम्ब्रिज.
okay,
हमारा जो करिकुलम है दैट इज़ डेवलप्ड बाय यूनिवर्सिटी और कॉलेज एक्सपर्ट्स अक्रॉस द कंट्री. वी हैव प्रोफेसर्स फ्रॉम IITs, professor from various medical colleges, from IISCs. They all have come together to develop these books. So we have our own positives.
yeah,
Every board has its own positives and negatives, and I think parents have to take that decision. वो किस तरीके से अपने बच्चे को groom
absolutely.
करना
Yeah, I think when somebody is saying this board is better or that is better, they are ignoring the nitty-gritties के
Yeah.
हर board की अपनी अलग-अलग
Yeah, yeah.
चीज़ें हैं. CBSE is catering to 30,000 schools. I think it is the biggest, one of the biggest boards in
In
the world.
India, we are, overall, IB has around 5,500 schools across
Yeah.
the globe. I think Cambridge has 20,000 schools and CBSE has 30,000 schools. So we are perhaps one of the biggest boards across the globe.
My next question was what parents should consider while choosing the board, but I think you've already answered that.
Yeah.
Sir, could you shed some light on CBSE's international presence?
CBSE has around 250 schools abroad, and now CBSE is in the process of developing CBSE global curriculum also.
Okay.
So we have developed a team to study various aspects in various countries, and
Okay.
we are now in the process of developing CBSE global curriculum.
Okay.
Our core underlying in that is that we will be keeping the core STEM part
Okay.
intact.
Okay.
However, we will be giving flexibility in the languages and social sciences.
Oh, great. Now, so CBSE is adapting to international laws and everything. Sir, what about the acceptance by foreign universities?
That is one good thing I would like to tell, that all the major universities, whether in US, UK, Australia, they accept CBSE mark sheets.
Okay.
So our board has a very strong international presence. or our alumni are doing exceptionally well. You take any alumni in US, UK, CBSE, students are doing exceptionally well
Yeah.
everywhere.
सर जैसे आपने बताया ग्लोबल करिकुलम आई थिंक इट्स गोना स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 2026-27 ईयर so how will it impact students both in India and abroad and
That curriculum,
sorry
yeah.
and are we also looking at targeting students who are not Indians in coming to CBSE schools?
The global curriculum will only be introduced at the first stage in foreign countries, not in
Okay.
India.
Okay.
And our focus is primarily, I mean, it is not just on the students of Indian origin, but also students from foreign countries. And that
Okay.
is why we are giving that flexibility in language and social sciences.
Great, great, great. Sir, now we have a very special round. It's called a rapid fire round.
Yeah.
तो इसका है if not this then what? So you have
Yeah.
to give answers quickly. Sir, if you weren't in the civil services, what profession would you have pursued?
Teaching.
Teaching. And why is it? Can you in one
I
word?
love teaching. I have always been a teacher.
Okay.
I have taught in when I was in college. I used to teach students of 11th and 12th in Mathura. I used to go on weekends.
Oh wow.
So I love teaching.
So you've always been a teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Is there a book in education that has profoundly influenced your perspectives?
I would say I have been inspired by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and his books Wings on Fire has a very huge impact on me. And he himself used to say that he was a teacher, he was an
Yeah.
educator. Yeah.
Great. If you could implement one edtech tool in every classroom, what would it be?
I would say providing Google Classroom in all the classrooms, so that is the most freely available tool, and it has a lot of majority of the features.
If you had to implement one education reform instantly, what would it be?
I would say mandatory training for teachers, both in service and pre-service.
Okay. If you could create a new subject in schools that doesn't exist right now, what would it be?
It should be based upon socio-environment emotional aspect, covering all the three.
ओके सर आप कोई एक इंसिडेंट आपको याद आ रहा है जो आपको स्कूल में बहुत फनी लगता था दैट मेड यू लाफ सम इंसिडेंट व्हिच हैपेंड विद यू
Yeah, there was an incident. हम चार पांच दोस्त थे, and we decided one day कि कुछ क्लास में अलग करते हैं. So क्योंकि हम 12th में थे उस समय, तो असेंबली चल रही थी, लेकिन हमको बोला गया कि नहीं, हमारी पढ़ाई होगी. तो वी थॉट यार हमको असेंबली क्यों नहीं जाने दे रहे. तो असेंबली में जैसे ही नेशनल एंथम बजा, हम क्लास में खड़े हो गए 5 लड़के. He said that we have to do. So it was very funny. I feel.
ग्रेट ग्रेट सर इफ यू हैड टू डिजाइन अ मैस्कॉट फॉर CBSE व्हाट वुड इट बी एंड व्हाट क्वालिटीज वुड इट रिप्रेजेंट
I think it's a mascot. It has to be a very. I have not thought about it. Frankly,
Okay.
I have not thought about it.
Okay. No problem, sir. Moving to the next question, last two questions, sir. What is CBSE's vision for the next 5 years?
CBSE wants to evolve as a truly global board, international board, so that we provide education of the highest quality standards, and we want to train all our teachers in competency based assessment. We want to implement all the features that are there in national education policy and national
Okay.
curriculum framework.
सर जैसे आपने NEP की बात करी आई थिंक इट्स बिन 5 years to NEP 2020 बट इट्स इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ नॉट ओनली करिकुलम बट टेक्स्ट बुक एवेल्युएशन एंड एजुकेशनल स्ट्रक्चर वो हो रहा है अभी
So board has mandated a lot of things like preschool का बाल वाटिकास have been started. That means 3 to 6 years के बच्चों को भी स्कूल के framework में लाने के लिए board has issued instructions. Books का redevelopment हो रहा है. उसके बाद जो करिकुलम के अंदर चेंजेस बताए गए थे वो भी हो रहे हैं. सब्जेक्ट्स एट मल्टीपल लेवल्स आ रहे हैं. अभी एक पॉलिसी निकाली है जिसके अंदर बोर्ड एग्ज़ाम्स एट 2 levels पर भी बात हो रही है. So a lot of features of NEP are being incorporated.
लास्ट क्वेश्चन सर सर CBSE कैसे एंटिसिपेट कर रहा है फ्यूचर में क्या चैलेंजेस आने वाले हैं एंड हाउ डू वी प्लान टू टैकल देम?
आई थिंक विद द एडवेंट ऑफ एआई जो बात हो रही है कि पर्सनलाइज्ड टीचर्स होंगे, पर्सनलाइज्ड एआई टूल्स होंगे, बच्चों को स्कूल जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. CBSE has to work a lot on, गिविंग दैट करेक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन टू द पेरेंट्स, बिकॉज अभी तक ये जो भी बातें हो रही हैं इसका कोई असेसमेंट नहीं हुआ है.
एब्सोल्युटली.
एंड यू नेवर नो दैट ऐसा ना हो कि हम बच्चों के फ्यूचर के साथ खेलने लग जाएं. सो
बिल्कुल.
स्कूल्स board has to give lot of information around whatever changes are happening in the field of technology, so that parents are kept aware of it, students are kept aware of it, and all of us work together in improving the school educational environment.
Great, sir. Now, deviating from education for 1 minute, I was listening to some podcast और उसमें बात हो रही थी that culture of other countries like Korea, China has been exported very well across the world. इंडिया में आज बच्चे के पॉप सॉन्ग सुनते हैं, वी वॉच कोरियन टीवी शोज. तो क्या आपको लगता है कि इंडिया का कल्चर इतना स्ट्रांगली एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा है पूरे वर्ल्ड में?
इंडिया के कुछ कल्चरल एस्पेक्ट स्ट्रांगली एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं, जैसे योगा.
या.
If you see, yoga
या.
has become a global health tool.
एब्सोल्युटली.
Similarly, meditation.
या.
हमारे यहाँ पे जो meditation होती थी, our spirituality has huge power. हमारी, if you talk about art and culture, yes, there is a huge scope in promoting
Yeah.
that. And I think maybe, I mean, one day will come when India is right now in top 5 global economies. One day it will be in top 3 soon. So then हमारी रीच और बढ़ेगी एंड हमारा कल्चर भी इसी तरीके से एक्सपैंड होगा.
Definitely. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the podcast. It was an honor for all of us to have you here.
Thank
Sir,
you.
how was your experience? And if
I
there is
think
any feedback you can give.
Avyakt, I really enjoyed talking to you, and I wish you all the very best. It was a wonderful, enriching session for me also. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.